ये जो इंडिया है ना, यहाँ if women gave up sports, then who would win us Olympic medals? In 2012, out of 6 Olympic medals, 2 were won by women. In 2016, we got just 2 medals, both won by women. And in 2020, out of 7 medals, 3 came from women. But why would India's women want to give up sports? Because of this. 2015, 4 women athletes consumed poison at a sports hostel in Kerala. One of them, just 15 years old, dies. They were being harassed by their coaches and seniors. 2021, 8 women accused an athletics coach in Chennai of sexual abuse over several years. 2010, members of our women's hockey team accused the chief coach of sexual harassment. 2014, a gymnastics coach booked for allegedly sexually harassing a female gymnast during a national camp. 2022, India's chief cycling coach sacked after a woman cyclist accused him of inappropriate behavior while training abroad. In fact, an Indian Express report says that 45 cases of sexual harassment were reported across 24 training centres of the Sports Authority of India between 2011 and 2021. And surely this is not all. Many cases are going unreported. Why? Well, imagine the guts it would take to come forward and report a case of sexual harassment. The athlete is invariably very young, often from a village or a small town, where she would have shone in a sport despite no infrastructure, despite social pressures and financial constraints. Add to that a male-dominated system where almost all sports federation bosses, senior administrators, senior coaches, all are men. And these men also control her fate. Should she be selected to a team? Should she go abroad for special training? Should she get extra funding? It's all in their hands. Add to that India's ever-present sense of male entitlement, which allows men in powerful positions to assume that a grope here, a touch there, a lingering massage, some lewd jokes, or just shamelessly demanding sexual favors is fine. And because of all this, when a sexual predator strikes, a young athlete does fear that if she makes an accusation, she won't be heard by sports authorities, and that even her family, instead of supporting her, may tell her to pack her kit bags and come back home. And that's why several survivors choose silence, either for the sake of their careers or to protect their family honor. And to top all of that, as we have seen in the case of India's 7 female wrestlers versus Brij Bhushan Singh, the Wrestling Federation chief, despite multiple grave charges of sexual assault, the larger system also tends to favor a powerful male accused. So, FIRs are delayed by months, mandatory arrests are not made, oversight committee reports are not made public, and even the moral pressure to step down from that post of authority is not applied on the accused. So yes, ye jo India hai na, here the odds are heavily stacked against women in sports, and we can't possibly be okay with that. But also, let's take a look at the odds that these young women beat back at home just to get into sports. Here are some real examples. Sakshi Malik, these days fighting an unequal battle against her own Wrestling Federation chief, is India's only woman wrestler to have won an Olympic medal. She is that rare a sports person. Born in a village in Rohtak, Haryana, Sakshi's dad was a bus conductor. Her mother worked at a local health clinic. Sakshi has often talked about how her parents were told, लड़की को लड़कों के खेल में मत डालो, उसका फिजिक खराब हो जाएगा, कोई शादी नहीं करेगा, कैसे कपड़े पहनती है, which sums up the social pressure, the tanas that women athletes and their families have to fight to pursue their passion. Many of them fight sheer poverty as well. India's former hockey captain, Rani Rampal's father, was a cart puller, earning just 80 rupees a day, a daily wage labourer. Rani has spoken about how it was compulsory to take half a litre of milk to the hockey camp every day. But because she could only afford 200 grams, she would add 300 grams of water to make it a half litre. Rani Rampal played for India when she was just 14. Mirabai Chanu, Olympic silver medalist, used to hitch rides in trucks to reach her sports camp. Poverty almost pushed Sarita Devi to join the insurgency movement in Manipur, but luckily she chose boxing. Deepika Kumari's dad was an auto rickshaw driver in Ranchi. Her mum was a nurse. She trained with bamboo bows and arrows to become India's top archer. ये जो India है ना, here there are many such stories of thousands of Indian girls beating very tough odds to succeed in sports. In fact, it's this staying power that's given our wrestlers the stamina to keep up their protest against a Bahubali 6-time Lok Sabha MP who has controlled their sport and their careers over the last 12 years. But that grit is not limitless. And it's sad to see the system just waiting for them to tire, for their resources to run out, for their motivation to crumble. And if that happens, the loss will be India's, because it could shut the doors for many young girls whose parents may tell them, "Beta, there is no one out there looking out for you. There is no glory in sports anymore, only shame."